Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. On 1st and 10, Locke. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kevin Pierre-Louis from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Harris has it over the middle. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. His first carry, he loses the football, and the Texans scoop it, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Let's go.
3rd and 2, Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Watson now to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. out of the gun. Watson. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. A shotgun snap for Luck. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On 2nd and 10, Locke. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's Powell. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now a play fake, and it's Locke. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. And you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions. Ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, it's Love. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Play action. It's Locke. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Locke. Able to find Harris, complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, here's Love. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Now they'll toss here to Powell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are in for 6. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. He spins free, and he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the 20. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Trying to improvise. Got some room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. To throw is Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. Watson trying to get his guys moving.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Texans on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. The 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's going for them. They did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They go again with Powell. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Second down, just 1 yard to go. Luck now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep for Hilton. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Powell pushes over him.
Now, that's just not right.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let this one go. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics. And they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Luck. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 3rd. Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. They'll try the air now with Watson. Flushed out right. And he's got room. Past the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go.
Here's Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans are in for 6. And he'll bang that one through. Lutz now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They run with Powell. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. Finding some room at midfield. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
Now a first down throw. Luck. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. To throw is Locke. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but at least it does draw them back level.
And that has to be job one. A touchdown certainly would have been nice, but here you get back on even terms, and now you've got the rest of the second half to try and get yourselves in front.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Let's go.
To throw on second down. Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back around the 37. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's Watson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going for it. It's Watson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Luck on first down. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Off of play action, Luck. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach. And now a hit and lock. Lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does good. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now out comes Houston. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On first down, it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
No gain on the play there, second down. Here's Watson now on second down. Being chased out left. Now they've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Let's go!
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Let's go!
From the gun, here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And he puts it through. Lutz now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time, one play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
They start the drive with a give to Powell. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
On 2nd down, here's Luck. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Luck. And incomplete here on 3rd down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They'll fake it. Now Luck. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Desperation time for Luck on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there for Indy. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Luck, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Demetrius Harris, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. So they're going to go for 2. Here's Luck. And that is incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Let's go!
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Watson hands this to Foreman. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis,